It's just days now until the biggest change to British life in decades, with Friday's Brexit date set and just under 109 hours until we leave the European Union. How will our exit affect those wishing to travel?
Well, joining us this morning is Simon Calder with everything you need to know about travelling.
Morning, Simon.
Nice to see you. So it happens on Friday, and you would think, actually, that everything changes, but in fact, not much does immediately.
Nothing changes as far as the traveller is concerned, and there's an awful lot of tosh online suggesting that it does. Much of it put there by the government, can you believe? Basically, last summer, they were putting up lots of, here's what happens if we leave without a deal. And it's still there, whether that's on driving licences or taking pets abroad or passports. It keeps saying, well, if there's no deal, suggesting that there might be no deal, but there is a deal. So 11 o'clock on Friday, British time, midnight in Paris, Brussels, Berlin, exactly nothing happens. Your passport is going to be valid as a travel document exactly as it is for the whole of the rest of 2020, even though it says, well, mine's a little bit faded now, European Union at the top. It will continue to be valid up to and including the date of expiry. And then from 2021 onwards, you will still be able to use it as a travel document, even though it won't have any EU power. And crucially, from next year, you're probably going to need an online visa to visit Europe. But that's 11 months away, so don't worry about that. And
I'm looking at this because I remember those passports, the blue passports. People are talking about them where they want to go back and have one of those. Is that possible?
Yes, first of all, I would say this is black.
I was going to say it's more
completely
black than blue, isn't it? Yeah.
You might remember in 2017, the government said we're going to bring back the iconic blue and gold passport. And I thought, well, I'm very old. I've got one of these and it's not blue at all. If you want to see what the new passports are going to look like, then search online for either North Korea passport or Croatia passport. Yes, we could have had blue passports anytime. They're the same colour as the British one will be. People saying, I want a blue passport, when can I get one? Well, the Passport Office says now they'll be delivered gradually from early 2020, and from mid-2020 onwards, everybody who applies for a passport will get a blue one.
What about an international driver's licence?
Well, here's some I prepared earlier when it looked as though we were going to leave. Now, these are international driving permits. They come in different flavours, so you'll need one for France, a different one for Spain, but you won't actually need either of them, at least for the rest of 2020. All you need is your jolly old driving licence, which includes, of course, the European Union symbol up there. It continues to have the same effect as a European driving licence from 2021. Again, nobody knows. And furthermore, you won't need any green card insurance for your car either.
Right.
Again, it says you might online, but just ignore it, again, right till the end of 2020.
The other thing you've got there is your European health insurance card.
Yes.
We've spoken about these a lot on this show, actually, and how important it is to have one. Are they null and void as well?
No, this continues in force. So the importance of the European Health Insurance Card, as you know, is that anybody who's a UK resident can use it in any of the 27 EU countries to get medical treatment on the same basis as locals in public hospitals. And so for an awful lot of travellers, particularly those who are older, who have pre-existing medical conditions, it's really important, because you could find that the price of insurance would make your holiday unaffordable. So you can use this instead, as it were, of insurance, as long as you know that you're not covered for things like air ambulances and theft and cancellation and so on. That will stay in force again until the end of 2020.
Okay.
And a couple of other things. Mobile roaming. So you've got your mobile. You will be able to continue to roam like at home, as you've been able to do for free. No extra charges for the past for the next 11 months.
It's almost like Brexit isn't really happening for 11 months.
Well,
this is what I'm getting the feeling. But when it comes to travel, like, everything you're saying is it's all fine for 11 months, and then we still don't know what's going to happen.
Yes, and look, the next crucial date for travellers, so most people are all right for the rest of the year, it's going to be in midsummer. 1st of July, we've got to say whether we want an extension, and if we don't, then you can expect, if negotiations haven't got very far by then, exactly the same, well, here's what you'll need if there's no deal. So it's all, at the moment, it's certain. Just plan everything you want to as normal till the end of the year. After that, crikey, who knows.
What about pet travel? Is that?
Oh,
is that
pets,
safe?
really important. Again, you look online, you search for pets to EU, and it will say, start planning 4 months before you want to go. That's the worst case scenario in the event of no deal. It will not happen this year. So you can pack up your pooch, your lovely cat, or indeed your ferret, and take it abroad in the normal way that you've probably been doing for some years.
OK, holidays in general, are they going to become cheaper to Europe or more expensive?
Well, again, not much is going to happen. I mean, who knows, frankly, what's going to happen to the value of sterling against the dollar or the euro on Friday night. Probably the financial markets have priced in Brexit as they see it at the moment, so not much will happen. And of course, package holidays, the tour operators have actually bought ahead and they've hedged all their money, so nothing much is going to happen to prices for the rest of this year at least. There are certainly increases, particularly in the cost of flights, but that's to do with the collapse of Thomas Cook, taking lots of seats out of the market, and also the tragedies involving the Boeing 737 MAX, which means that because that plane is grounded, there are simply not the short-haul aircraft available. So if you paid £200 for a flight to Greece last summer, well, it will probably be £300 this year.
Right, OK.
What about exchanging your money? Do you do that before or after?
Well, this is such an interesting question, Phil. If you think that actually the negotiations could go really well and the financial markets will say, oh, this is all looking good, then the value of sterling will rise. If you think, no, it's going to be a bit tricky, then it will sink. So you could, if you're going away at Easter or for the summer holidays, change some money now and the rest later. But frankly, it's a complete lottery. Nobody quite knows what is going to happen to the value of sterling.
So we'll see you back in the summer and then back towards the end of the year so we can figure out where the hell we're all going.
By which stage I probably would have had to get some more international driving permits.